Okay.
Hey, live on Pat Soundbytes, IGTV. Keeping new music alive is what I do in New York, on the radio, on the video, and it doesn't get any better than this guy. I love this guy. I've been a fan of this guy from, I don't know, at least 2015, 2014, live in New York City, Johnny Winters at BB King's. And he's looking good. He's back, and he's got 2 killer singles, and we're going to get some finance for him to get that next album out. I'm talking, all the great blues rocking gunslingers come from Texas. Johnny Winters, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Billy Gibbons, Eric Johnson, and this guy, Mr. Lance Lopez. Lance, how the hell are you?
Hey, Pat. Thanks for having me back, man.
Been a while, but great to see you. Great that you're putting out new music. I wouldn't expect anything other. You look great. I love the singles, Take a Swing and Wild Country. My goodness, man, you grabbed that guitar and you picked off where you left off.
That's it. Yeah, we it was time to get back out and time to play some more music and write some more music and record some more music, and here we are.
I love it. And you got our good man, Joey Sykes, singer, songwriter, the baby, the producer. Every time I go to a flea market, I'm looking for a transistor radio. I know he collects all that. And I'm like, I got to get that for Joey. Joey's super. I love Joey. He had a great song out during, about a year ago now. Let's get through this with the video. And the thing should have went right to the top of the charts. These people are asleep at the wheel, but it is what it is. But he's helping you. I didn't even know Joey wrote a lot of the songs with you with Supersonic Blues Machine. He's been and he's on Tell the Truth too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Joey and I have been working for years. We met through Fabrizio Grossi, who was, when I began working on the last record and was in Supersonic Blues Machine with Fabrizio hooked up Joey and I, and so we kind of had Fabrizio in the middle. And once I'd left Supersonic Blues Machine and Fabrizio and I no longer worked together, Joey contacted me and said, "Hey, we began working on songs. We had lots of material that laying around that we had worked on off and on throughout the years, and so." When 2020 happened and all the weirdness around the pandemic started to happen, we were already going into making a new record mode anyway, and we were getting ready to go back out and start touring. And then, of course, then the world shut down. So we that just accelerated that. So Joey, we began working together and exchanging ideas and picking up where we had left off on a lot of ideas. And Joey really, he influenced me and motivated me to get a home recording situation together, because before that, I'd been used to going to LA to work with Fabrizio, or a very regimented studio type of, situation where I was used to showing up at a studio with my gear, and I would then, record like old school, like we always did. And Joey, said, "Man, we've got to get you a home recording set up, microphones, the whole bit." So they started tracking tracks in LA, and then he would email me all the tracks, and I would set them up on my computer in Nashville, and started to overdub lead guitar and vocals on it. So that
I'm losing you, brother.
We had some truck for the snow and fall, and can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Keep going. Yep, you're good. Okay.
We had some tour dates that were set up for 2020, and that's what happened. They, when everything shut down, that just gave us a chance to hunker down and start recording at the house. So that's what we started doing.
I mean, the whole music scene. I remember my last show, like in February. Now, I live near Daryl's House Club over here in New York, about an hour north of the city. And then, we take it for granted. Even Billy, I mean, every time Billy comes into town, I hang out with him after the show. And I'm like, we take it for granted. And then you got this pandemic. And I go, man, is this ever what are we going to do? And for you guys, as a musician, I mean, it's all about the live shows. I mean, the Spotify. I mean, I play new music and I could play it and play it and play it. And you get even Billy was telling me, other people were telling me, 1 million downstreams and you get like 3 pennies. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
insane. I mean, how
Yeah.
much more is the music industry and musicians like yourself going to get kicked? So,
Right.
I get it all. And I saw you had an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign to help support your album, and I'm all in. And as I said to you, I love all your music, man. I've been following you.
Thanks,
from
Pat.
I gotta say, Paul Nelson, who I love to death. Paul said, have you ever heard of Lance? And that's where I hooked up with you. And Paul obviously produced live in New York at Johnny's 70th birthday. And I was like, who is this guy? And I know you played up here, Brian's Backyard Barbecue.
Oh, yeah, man.
Right?
God, I miss Brian's.
Brian's Backyard Barbecue. And I'm like, man, I said, this guy, I told everybody, Lance Lopez is the next Stevie Ray Vaughan. Fasten your seatbelts for this guy. But yeah, I did it too. So Lance has got an indie GoFundMe, if you want to call it GoFundMe, crowdfunding campaign to help support the recording and the studio and the mixing and all that. And he's got some great stuff out there. He's going to play in your living room. He can make a custom song. He can make some good Texas, Louisiana dinner. Now I did the autograph CD. And then I went back and said, no, I got to be on the lighter note, man. I got it.
There you go.
And it's great, and it's a great Christmas gift. I mean, we're talking the holidays and Christmas, and certainly it's a way to support great musicians like Lance Lopez and keeping music alive. So for a low cost, and even if you can't afford the $50 or $25, whatever you can do, we got to make sure that Lance and Joey get this album. And I need Lance Lopez back in New York. Is that what it's all about, Lance? What am I missing? Sharing with our viewers.
Absolutely. That's everything. Yeah, we've got the Indiegogo. It's LL new album project.
No, don't move around too much. There you go.
It's helping us with the cost of making the finishing off the album, as well as tour support, so we can get back out and start playing live again.
How does it work? I mean, obviously you've been writing songs for quite a while. Come Back Home, Hard Time. I mean, oh my God, I think that was on my rotation for quite a long time. With you and Joey, does it come up with the lyrics? Do you write the lyrics, or you come up with a great guitar riff and then Joey helps with the lyrics? What's the process like, Lance?
Yeah, a lot of it is either or. A lot of it is Joey will send me an idea. He'll have the music and the lyrics, and we'll just arrange some things and change a few things here and there, or he'll write some lines and he'll say, I need, these lines, and I'll write something, and we exchange back and forth. Or, he'll have a part and I'll add, well, what if we add this? So it varies. We have all different kinds of ways that we do it. He'll send me a song that needs nothing. Like, he'll send it and I'll go, that's great, and just let me sing it. Or, those various things. Like, he may need some words. He may need a guitar part.
I love it. I mean, I could just listen to you all day playing the guitar riff. I mean, oh my goodness, you grab that guitar and it's like, fasten your seatbelts, here we come.
Yeah.
I got my Billy shirt on, and I think you told me the story when we first chatted a while ago, and I laugh every time I see Billy when I mentioned you. And tell our viewers, Lance, how you met Billy. I think you were in a restaurant or something, and he says, "Who's that guy?" Right?
Yeah. Billy was actually eating next door. He was having Italian food at there was a restaurant called Torelli's in Dallas, and it was this unbelievable Italian restaurant. And so next door to Torelli's was Greenville Bar and Grill, which is no longer there, but it was 80s and 90s. It was a legendary bar, and it had a jam session every Monday night. And it was my first time ever going. People had been telling me, you got to go to Greenville Bar and Grill and sit in. They have this amazing jam session. So I guess this was probably around 1994, maybe early 90s.
And you're a
so
young guy, and not to
I
cut
was
you
just a
off, you're
kid.
like what, 18, 19?
I was like 16, 17. I was a
Wow.
kid. Yeah, I was a kid. I was just a kid. And so yeah, I went in. My dad took me down. We go in there, and so I got up and I played like 3 Hendrix tunes. I played like Purple Haze, Foxy Lady, like the usual, the Jimmy. And so Gibbons was next door having dinner, and he listened. He went, "Oh, somebody's playing Hendrix next door." And so he got up and he came next door. And so when I finished the 3rd song, the manager of the bar grabbed my arm and drug me off the stage, like pulled me off. He's like, "Somebody needs to talk to you." I thought I was in trouble. I thought, what'd I do? And he drugged me to the, and there was Billy Gibbons, and he was standing there. And the first he had shades on in the bar, and he was like, "I knew Jimi Hendrix." So first off, I'm seeing Gibbons for the first time. Then he's lowering the glasses and he's like, "Jimi Hendrix was my friend." So it was like, those were the first words that I heard from Billy Gibbons. So it was really cool. And then, I've known him ever since, and, it's been great.
A big supporter of you. Every time we chat about music, we talk about, he really hooked, besides Paul Nelson, I'm blessed to have the opportunity to call Billy a friend and allow me to go hang out with him after a show. And yeah. I'm a classic rock guy. I mean, my first concert was Kiss. With
me too.
With AC/DC opening up in like 1977. Wow. I'm a classic rock guy. And Billy says, dude, go listen to some old blues. Go just spend some time listening to B.B. King, listening to, Freddie King, listening to Buddy Guy. Go back. I'm telling you. And it opened my eyes. Everything's all about the blues. Right? I've been to Louisiana, and I just love that city. To go to any place and to hear that sort of culture. I've been to Chicago and then hear that type of culture of the blues. And man, it's all. I mean, even when I got to interview Paul Rogers, a Bad Company and Free.
Wow.
He talked about the British invasion, and they think about the Stones and the Who and those guys, right. Eric Clapton. It's all it's the blues. So man, oh man, I love it. Well, Joey's. So you've been recording at the. I've been following you on Instagram and Facebook forever. House of Tone, huh? The House of Tone in Nashville. I love that name. That's a great name.
That's great. It's great. Yeah, we've got. I got a house I share with a couple other great guitar players, and we and again with the home setup, we've been just there recording, and we recorded a couple of different studios around Nashville, but it's been really nice to record at home and get up and be comfortable and record guitars, and there not be as much pressure to to record guitar songs and that kind of thing. So and it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I love Nashville. It's been great.
All right, now I know I just looked you up, and I was right to the Indiegogo campaign. Where can they go to your website, Lance? What's the easiest for viewers to go and help and support for the album?
Just they can go to Indiegogo. It's LL New Album. I'm on Instagram at Lance Lopez Guitarist, and on Facebook at Lance Lopez Band. So social media is the best way to keep up with us. Either one of those outlets, Facebook or Instagram, and all the info is there. But it is an Indiegogo crowdfunder. And we really appreciate and contribute to help us get this album completed so that we can get back out and come play for you guys again.
We need you back out there. And Lance is certainly not the only one that's taken a beating over this whole music industry and how things have totally changed. And it's all about live music. And again, these COVID, whatever you want to call numbers, are keep going up and down and up and down. And who knows, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. I don't know, but there are some great super perks when you go to this GoFundMe page. As I mentioned before, I did the autograph CD. And then I went back and did the liner notes. There's nothing better to seeing your name going, man, oh man, I helped support this. And Lance will cook. Lance will write a custom song. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, I just come up with the idea, and I got Lance Lopez on my podcast coming up with the instrumental of my podcast, or whatever you need. Cook your dinner, living room, Lance Lopez in the living room. The minute he cranks that amp up, the whole neighborhood will be over there. You'll be charging your neighbors $50, $50 at the door.
There you go.
Man, it's all good stuff, Lance. I love every minute of it. Have you got all your Christmas shopping? And speaking of, this is great Christmas gifts. I'm telling you, this is a great Christmas gift for a friend of music, even to get their name in the liner note. Even if you purchase it, I'm sure if you put a note for Lance, you can put their name in it. So you get all your Christmas stuff done, Lance?
Just about there. I've got a letter from Santa from my daughter just this morning. I've got to get it to the North Pole pretty quickly. So
you got to take care of Lily. Got to take care of Lily. Make sure she gets what she needs. My man, I wish you the best of, I don't want to call it luck. Luck is like horseshoes and hand grenades. You're going to get this. We're going to get it through. I'm going to drive my friends and people crazy. I hope we get to sit down. We got to get Joey. Next time, Joey, after the new year, get Joey when he comes to Nashville. We got to do this again so I can pick on him and chat with him. And
absolutely.
My door is always open for you, brother. You know that.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. So good to see you again, man.
Lance Lopez, it doesn't get any better than this. Go and check that out and go help him out, because you're not just helping him, you're helping every musician, because they're all almost in that same position. Merry Christmas, Lance, and I'll talk to you soon.
Merry Christmas, Pat. Thank you, brother.